please. Read it out of your books. Read it out of your books. Marquez? What? What? Wait, look up on the board.
Jamila could catch 60 bottles in 7 hours. How long would it take to catch 420 bottles? Work the problem once using weights, then work the problem again using.
Jamila, you're famous. You're in our book. I didn't know you kept bottles. That's crazy. You didn't tell me about your hidden talent. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, let's work at the rate way first. The rate way first. Write me 2 ratios. What are my 2 ratios? All of you have had a chance to work on this practice problem, which means I should have almost every single hand in the air. Roderick, give me 1 ratio, please. Roderick, you're going to need to speak a little bit louder than that. I'm all the way up here. There we go. 60 bottles over 7 hours and 7 hours over 60 bottles. Man, you're pretty good at capping bottles. Okay, now let's look at the second number that they give us in the problem. Joe, 420 what? Bottles, very good. And what ratio am I going to use here, Alexis? 7 over 60, very good. And I cross out bottles. I cross out bottles. Now, what can I do next? Man, too bad Tiara isn't in here. She could tell me what to do next. Shivinia.
You can cancel out 60 and
60 turns into
6.
a 6?
No, wait, no. 1.
A 1? And the 420 crosses out?
A 7.
I don't like that. Pick it up later. Crosses out and becomes a 7. Very good. Multiply it through, please. What am I left with? What's my final answer, please? O'Shea? Oh, I love that strong hand. He's like, I know the answer, Miss Moss. What is the answer? 49 what? Hours. Very good. We're left with hours. So hours comes over here. 49 hours. Very good. Now let's use a proportion. Write a proportion for me, please. I'm going to set them equal to each other, and I'm going to write an equation. Double E. Double E. Double A. Could you write me? I know. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Okay, proportion. Here we go. What's my proportion? B over H. Good. I'm loving it. Loving it. Okay. What is my proportion? B over H. Kiana.
X on 14.
Flip them. We have B over H. Aaliyah Grant told us to do B over H. So what is my first proportion, Diamond? 60 over 7. And Kiana, what's my second proportion? B over H.
X over
Flip them. Flip them. Put the B on the top. 420 over X. Very good. Now write me an equation. Cross multiply here, please. Aaliyah Simpson. Good. 7 times 420. Hang on, I'll move in one little second. Okay? Very good. Equals 60x. Multiply it through for me, please. What do I get, Diamond? 2,940 equals 60x. I need to get x to stand alone reality. Ooh, I just got blinded. Go ahead. Divide by 60 on both sides. Divide by 60. If Tiara was here, she'd yell at me and tell me to cross out my zeros. 6 goes into 294 how many times? Hint, the answers are going to be the same. So if they're different, you know you got it wrong and you need to fix something somewhere. Deja, what's the answer? What? 49 what? 49 hours. Very good. 49 hours. That's a good way to check and see if you did these correctly. All right, practice problems. 580 parts. Do this problem in 2 ways. Let's do the ratio way first. First, write me 2 ratios, please. Reality. 12 hours and 12 hours over 42 parts. Very good. Now, use the other number that the problem gives us. Roderick, if that's going to be a problem, those are going to be mine. Thank you. Put them away. What is the other number? Joe? What? 588 what? 88 parts. Very good. Over 1 times what ratio am I going to use here? Alexis? 12 what? Hours over 42 parts. Very good. I could cross out parts. I could cross out parts. Multiply through or cross something out, please. What am I going to multiply through or cross out? Daquan? 12 and 42 can reduce to what? 2 over 7. Very good. I reduced and got 2 over 7. Now multiply it through for me, please. What is my final answer here? Kiana?
168 over 7.
168. That doesn't make sense. 588 times 2. Who's got a 588 times 2, Diamond? I can cross out 7. What does the 7 become? A 1. And the 588 becomes an 84. Now I can multiply it through. Kiana, what do I get? 168 over 1. Kiana, you were just one step ahead of us. 168. What is my label on that? Leland? How'd you know that? You just knew. He was just, it came to him, and his brain told him to say hours. Brosen. Good, I have hours left, so I know my label has to be hours. Very good. Now let's do it the proportion way. Write me a proportion, please. What 2 things am I working with here? Savannah, what 2 things? Good, parts over hours. Very good. Write me a proportion, please. Abriana? 42 parts over 12 what? Hours. Very good. Now use that other number. Where does that other number go? On the top or the bottom, Marquez? On the top. Very good. So 588 parts. Write me an equation, please. Wow, this side of the room is doing really well participating. This side of the room died on me. Write me an equation, please. Thank you, Aaliyah Simpson. Bonus to you. Thanks for being brave. I appreciate it. Go ahead. 42x. Very good. Multiply through for me, please. And what should our final answer be here? Diamond? 168 what? Hours. Number 2. You know what? I think we get this. And we're going to have a chance to practice this in our homework. So let's go to our problem set. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Number 1, I'll read it. The ratios of B's to G's was 7 to 3. If 1,400 were B, how many were G? Here we go. What do I need to do first? Savan. 7 over 3. So I have what? B over G or G over B? B over G. Very good. B over G is equal to, where's my other number go? Leland. 1,400 over X. How did you know that? 1,400, what was the label there? B. B, good. 1,400 over X. This marker works way better. Okay, here we go. Who can write me an equation, please? I set it equal. Now I need to write an equation. Shavinia?
3 times 1,400 equals 7x.
Multiply it through. Diamond? What? 4200 equals 7x. I need to get x to stand alone, Malik. How am I going to do that? Divide what? But on both sides, correct? On both sides. Over 7. 7 goes into 4,200. How many times? X is equal to, Caprice? 600 what? I need a label there. G. 600 G. Number 3, please. 5 hours were allotted for the trip. If Illyria's top speed was 77 miles per hour, how far could she go in the allotted time? Lyria, man, you can drive? Takes some talent. How'd you get your driver's license early? I just don't understand how you did that. Roderick, when you get back, give it to Brian, please. Okay, here we go. 5 hours were allotted for the trip. The top speed was 77 miles per hour. Write me a ratio, please. Like, go ahead. Reality.
5 hours at 77.
Over 77 miles. Very good. How far could she go in the allotted time? What do I need to do with these two numbers? What operation do I need to do? Caprice?
Divide.
Multiply. Very good, Caprice. So I have 77 times 5. Who can multiply that through for me, please? Anaya, go ahead. Carry the 3. 38. Very good. 385 what? Anaya, finish up that problem for us. I need a label, please. Miles. Very good. 385 miles. Over Labor Day weekend, gas prices increased 20%. If gas was $1.25 per gallon before the weekend, how much was it during Labor Day weekend? First of all, I would like to mention that if gas were $1.25, I would praise Jesus. But it is not. It's like $3.35, and that's outrageous. So, it increased by 20%. Set up an equation for me, please. Who haven't I heard from yet? Oh, there we go. There's a lot of participation. O'Shea, he's like, I can answer it. I can answer it. What's my equation? Now, remember, O'Shea, it's 20% times the first number equals the increase. So here's the first number equals the increase. Want to try again? Well, $1.25 is what number? The first number or the increase? $1.25 per gallon before the weekend, and we're trying to figure out how much it was after the weekend. So is that the first number or the increase, O'Shea? The first number, very good. See, I told you could try again. What do I need to do next? I can't multiply like this. Caprice?
Multiply 1.25 times 0.2.
Good. 0.2 times 1.25 equals my increase. 1.25 times 0.2. Do quad multiply through?
0.
Carry the 1.
1.
2. How many decimal points do I have there? Marquez? 3. So my decimal point goes out in front. How many places do I work with when I'm working with money? How many places do I work with? Star!
2. 2 places.
2 places. So what can I do to this number? Right now I have 3.
Move the decimal point.
Nope, I'm not moving the decimal point. What can I chop off?
0.
I can chop off that 0. It's not needed. So I have 0.2